Good afternoon, everybody. I'll be speaking basically from the perspective of the industry, ITES industry, of which I am an employer. I have founded this business in 1999, and we have now about 600 plus employees with us, out of which more than 40% are women. It's not that I focus that only I should employ women, but this industry as such is very conducive for women to work in. And that's the reason lots of women are opting for a career in technology in the IT and in the ITES. So this is just about our company, Exemplarr, and started in 99 with a 20-member team, and now it's grown to 600 plus team direct employees, and 200 more in the rural areas who are all indirect employees, which we work through vendor networks. We encourage women entrepreneurs to set up small vendor units where we give them business and they execute the work. This is what I was saying, and why this industry is suited for women. Why do women opt more for IT careers is because of this. Because by nature, women have a flair for analytical work. Many of us, love to sit at a desk and work on the computer, and they're much more analytical than the boys. Another thing which whole day we've been listening to is the multitasking capability. I've seen women good at least 2-3 different roles, so that moving them to one team and one team to the other always is easier. Also the thought process, like how in the morning in one of the panels, Rajini was mentioning how the women's mind keeps thinking and moving from one to the other. That is an asset for this industry because the women can think differently, not like the men. So it always helps when you have women in meetings, in team representations where you need to take decisions. And another interesting opportunity for women in this field is because they can opt for flexi timings. We don't have a fixed timing like a 9 to 6 kind of a job. People can opt for 8 hours, any of their time where they plan for picking their children or taking care of their homes, and they can opt for flexi time. And we also have part-time opportunities where women who have school-going children can come in for work for say 5 hours or 6 hours, the time that is convenient for them. And for some of the areas, we have work from home options where women can sit, and through the internet and through technology, they can actually work from home, and they earn as much as they earn when they come to the office. Of course, this is not suited for all the jobs in the IT career, but some jobs are suited for this. We in our company have almost about 50 people working from home. And also, we have differently abled people also employed in our organization. We have people with physically challenged people also working in. For them, just training is the main thing, and it's not a big challenge for them to come and work, even though they have physical challenges. We also have some women who are deaf and dumb. When trained, of course, it takes a long time to train them, but when you train them, they are really very good after that. This industry is where once you train them on the technology, they are able to do the job. So we have a few people like that too. This was my passion right from the time I founded the company. We wanted to generate rural employment opportunities. I didn't differentiate women or men, but it was just rural jobs for people. But there are challenges when you employ rural people because their soft skills is not as good as you have from the urban colleges. Then they have to be trained on all aspects of the job. So we have set up this school called Excel, which is called Exemplarr Center for Employability and Learning, where we take these graduates, rural graduates from these colleges, we train them on all aspects of technology, the soft skills, the team building, even on etiquette. Many of them don't know the social etiquettes. All that is trained, and then we absorb them into the company. And going forward, we are planning to expand this and then offer them even for placements to other companies as well. So as of now, this initiative started last year. We have about more than 100 people who have been turned out from Excel school. And some of the challenges we have found is there are many women who opt for these jobs, and women usually don't move out of jobs. They stay in the jobs for a long time, unlike the men. But what happens is when they get married, or usually in India it happens that when a girl gets married, she moves to her husband's place. So she has to resign and go. And I've known a company who are located out of Pondicherry. They have almost 55% of women. And out of that, the senior management is mostly women. And when these girls get married and move out, they were finding it very difficult to, again, train and get people to that level, because it takes at least 5 to 6 years for anyone to grow to a senior management level. So they have come up, and the girls also were not really happy moving out of the companies where they made their careers, and they were so comfortable in these offices, they didn't want to quit as well. So they came up with this unique idea where they tied up with this website called bharatmatrimony.com. That is, it's a site where you can look for alliances, or you can look for boys to get married to. The company tied up with them, and that website was providing with all the boys in that area who were who were not within that 100-kilometer radius, you know. So they would choose from there, and it became such an instant hit. And the women didn't have to resign, and they were also finding grooms there, and it was good for the company as well. This, I think, is a very unique thing, and especially using technology. You know, everything is, you have grooms there. But you are not able to locate them. You know, some of them would come and say, this guy was located just next street, but you know, we never knew. So that is the power of technology, I thought. From there, you are able to easily find, and you know, girls are also now coming, and they are themselves registering for this initiative. Earlier, the parents used to come and register. Now, girls themselves are coming and registering and choosing. And then we have this crush opportunities where, you know, when they have young kids, they can come and leave the children there, tie up with some of these crushes, where the children are also taken care of. And networking opportunities, I think the major area which I myself faced was the networking opportunities. As a growing company, I never had, as soon as we finish work, you know, women would love to just go home. There was no opportunity for going and networking for growing the business. And for this, we have come up with an initiative where there's a forum which I'm a part of. I was one of the founding members of this forum called Empowering Women in IT. This Empowering Women in IT is basically targeting the IT and ITS industry. We were wanting to grow the women in this industry. We want to grow the women partnership in the senior management positions as well. I've seen many women join at the entry level, but there are very few who go up to the senior level management, because they always think work-life balance will be a problem and it will be a challenge, so they wouldn't opt for managerial positions. So here we have lots of sessions. We have sessions like on financial management. Most of us earn, but we really don't know how to manage our money. This is one initiative, and we also have this role model series where we call accomplished women who have achieved in their careers, who come and speak to these women and tell them how they have made it up the ladder. And though each one of us have the same challenges, some of them have opted and made it, but others have dropped out. So in this role model series, it sort of gives these young women the roadmap on how they can grow, plus also balance their work and life. And then even on the CII, I've been a member on the CII panel too. There also we are thinking of, like just my earlier speaker was talking about, how to have women at the board level. You know, it makes a huge difference to have women on the boards. The whole perspective and the way the women drive is very different. So we are wanting to put up a representation to the government to make it compulsory to have at least one women representative on all boards of companies. These are basically the technology, how each one uses. And then the self-help groups, we used to form groups of same age group of children, where we would know what was happening. Even for tuition, I had at one time just to get a math tutor, I didn't know where to look for. Through this group, I was able to find so many teachers or even hobbies, pursuing hobbies for the children. We would know where to go to and how to go about it. This really helped a lot. And even homemakers, I've seen in my organization, the wives of some of these people have just sitting at home earned money out of posting their blogs onto YouTube or posting their cookery recipes onto YouTube. The minute you have more and more hits, you start making revenue out of it. And also the rural women, of course, I think you can't now, rural women have access as long as the mobile phones, the television are the channels which they use for networking and getting abreast of all kinds of information. I think this is all, from my experiences, whatever I have spoken, and thank you very much.